Hi there, this is Nadia Gill and I'm a persistent action taker. And today I would like to talk to you about the first of the 5 essential elements of any online business, and this is traffic. So first we have to define what is traffic. And traffic is basically the visitors that come to visit your online website or offer page. And it is also known as the bloodline of any online business, because this is where you get your customers. When people come to your website, they're visitors, and you only get a certain number of visitors until one of them actually becomes your customer. And once you acquire customers, this is basically how you are in business. So there are several things to consider about traffic and what kind of traffic you want to bring to your website. So you don't only have to concern with the quantity of your traffic or the number of visitors that come to your site, which is of course the bigger the better, but even more importantly is the quality of your traffic. And this means the type of people that come to visit your website. The more targeted you're able to get your crowd that comes to your site, the more chance there is that those people would be actually becoming customers. So when you're employing any of the traffic methods, the first thing you have to do is set the goals for why you drive people to your traffic. Most probably it's sales, but you also can have a goal of promoting your brand, and this would attract different kind of people. So after you have set your goals, your next concern is to bring targeted crowd to your offer, to your website. So you would try to think about what kind of people actually have the highest potential of becoming your customers. What is in their brain, where are they now, where can you find them? Can you find them in the right state of mind that they would be able to respond to your offer? And through different traffic methods you would do it differently, but basically the goals remain the same. You have to set goals for your campaign, and you have to target it really properly. So there are 3 major categories that you can choose the traffic method from, and I will only talk about those that are frequently used in our industry. And of course there are many other methods that you can consider and explore in your business. So if you look at the first category, which is the paid traffic method, you will find that there are 3 major providers of paid per click traffic, and these would be Facebook, solar ads, and banner ads. So with Facebook ads, what you do is you place an ad through Facebook, which Facebook will show to its users that you specify. So you are able to target people geographically according to their likes, hobbies, interests, profiles, whatever you think might be relevant for your campaign. You put the requirements into the ad campaign, and you set a budget, and you pay for each time the buyer goes to your website from Facebook. Or there are other methods that Facebook also charges, and Facebook has this amazing thing called Pixel, which tracks consumer behavior and actually sees which people became your consumers so that they can copy it onto your further campaigns, to make your further campaigns more successful with the same type of people. And the second one is the solo ads. So the solo ads is basically you using other people's lists to market your offer. So again, you will pay for how many clicks the solo providers would send to your offer through their marketing, usually their email marketing. Third one is the banner ad, where you would make an ad like a banner, and you would place it on somebody else's website that hopefully gets more traffic than your website, so that people, when they see your banner, they're interested, they click on it, and they go to your website. And of course you have to consider very carefully, which website do you place it at, how much traffic does that website get, what kind of traffic does that website get, is it relevant to your business, is it relevant to your product. And then of course the amount you will pay for placing your ad there, it will depend on how many and how well targeted clicks you're able to get from placing your ad there. So those are the 3 major paid traffic methods that you can really use quite quickly, and you can really scale them quite easily. Once you start in the beginning, you might have some trial and error. For example, with Facebook ads, if you don't have any conversions, it might be just your targeting that you need to adjust a bit. With your sole providers, you might have to have better negotiations to really understand what kind of marketing they do, and how does this translate to them presenting your offer to their pool of emails. And yeah, so basically either of these three campaigns can be quite successful quite rapidly, but you really have to be ready to tweak and adjust, and also be ready to scale once you do find something that works. And the other category of traffic is the unpaid traffic. And how unpaid traffic usually works is through providing large amounts of value at your customers or potential customers. So for example, if I was to open a Facebook group and share daily tips there, it would attract a certain crowd who might be interested in what I have to say, and then you'd be able to market to that group from your experience. It's the same with YouTube channels and blogging. And blogging is quite popular because you are able to have searchable keywords from your blogs. When people do Google searches, they're able to find your blogs and read them, and hopefully they will enjoy your expert opinion on something, and you will be able to market to them, and give them honest reviews about what have you tried and what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So really the best way to use unpaid method of traffic generation is by providing a lot of value. So it is a bit more time consuming to build up, to develop, to really give people what they want, to use the right keywords, to it takes practice, and it would take longer time to build up as opposed to the paid traffic. So of course there are benefits, and also the benefit that your brand will be raised awareness of, people would get to know you better, people would see you as more of an expert, they would trust you, they would be more willing to purchase from you as opposed from just a random Facebook post click. And then so obviously they have pros and they have cons. And of course the third method, which is not really frequently used, is the offline traffic method, where you can post your ad of your website on any magazine or newspaper or flyer or poster that is in hard copy. And although this method is kind of dying out in the online industry, but you shouldn't overlook it, because as fewer and fewer marketers use this traditional route, you will find that there are audiences that can be reached that you wouldn't be able to reach online. So it might still be worth looking at, perhaps when you have mastered any other method, and you can really try to market something offline and just see what happens with the result. And once again, you have to target, you have to set goals, and what do you want to achieve with your marketing. All the same rules apply. And more rules that apply to all of these campaigns is that you absolutely must follow up with any leads that you get from your campaigns. Once you have paid money and people have given you, say, their email addresses or phone numbers, if you don't follow up with them, you're really just wasting that campaign, and you're not using it to the full potential. Because if you do follow-up marketing to your email list or your list of phone numbers, you will be able to get more people who, for example, they were they were interested, otherwise they wouldn't leave their contact, but perhaps they weren't ready on the first instance to step into it and to buy from you. And after they have their second or 10th or 20th exposure, they might be ready to buy from you. So really, you should not forget to follow up with your prospects, your leads, and make the full use of what you've invested in your marketing campaign. And speaking of investing in marketing campaigns, the next most crucial thing is to keep a track of every single dollar you have put in, and also the amount of time you have put in, because you would be able to see pattern of what works and what doesn't. And the more precisely and the more detailed picture you have, the more accurately you will be able to tweak it to make it more profitable. So you absolutely must track all of your investments, into your campaigns, and there are various ways to do it. So if you would like to know more about any of the traffic campaigns that I have spoken about in this video, or you would like to know more about tracking your campaigns or anything really, just leave me some comments below or reach out to me through email below, and I'll be happy to make more videos on those topics. So hope you have a productive day, and see you soon. Bye.